Well, God's at it again, and I get to have such a beautiful blessing to see it happening and forming right before my eyes, and a really grand understanding of the journey and path that I'm currently walking. I decided to seek a higher consciousness through Christ simply by putting myself through the test and reading it for myself. When I went to church, I never really truly understood it, just because I couldn't connect in the manner that I was needing to. I'm more, self-taught. I have to go about things a little bit differently to understand it in a manner that makes sense to me. So I took myself out of the church. I opened myself up to brand new possibilities. And I read the Bible for myself. And I didn't necessarily read a Bible that, had every saying in it that, it's just the typical Bible. I got one that made sense to me. One that is new aged or whatever, but told the same stories. I really dug into it, really got into understanding, where it was leading me. And through the power of prayer, meditation, and reading, journaling, I came into this higher consciousness of just self-awareness. And I truly believe that's the guide that the Bible is trying to express to us, is to help us turn inward. Meaning understanding every ounce of who you are. By being able to understand the ways that you maneuver in this life, meaning how your feelings affect you, how certain things trigger you from your past, and being able to come to an understanding that is full of grace and love and peace through it all. In the form, learning to let go and understanding that we're not perfect human beings, and that we're all going to make a mistake at some point in our life. And we're going to continue to, because sometimes we fall in the traps that are laid for us. See, we talk about the devil quite a bit, within the church system. And what I've come to recognize is that the devil is there for your benefit. He comes out and he plays in a realm that is trying to entrap you to have a limiting mindset, to fall back into the ways that cause destruction within your own mindset. So in a form, I get really excited when I meet the devil, or just a negative energy, or when I'm feeling really suppressed, because at some point I know I have a choice to make. Do I fall trap in what I know already is playing in front of me and know that it's unhealthy? Or do I just turn the eye and say, you know what, that's not for me, and maneuver in a way that leads me into a higher consciousness and believing and trusting in God to do the work for me? Because that's why we're protected with his armor. He tells us within the Bible to not to fear, not to worry, not to take things into your own hands, because the moment you do, you don't leave room for him to work. And he only has just a little bit of space to try to keep your attention. I just love continuing, following a path that I never thought I would follow or embark on. It's not necessarily a following thing. The only thing that I can say I'm following is God. And God lives within my subconscious. And because he lives within inside of me, I'm being directed by myself to him, through him. And that's a form of understanding that lot of people don't come into contact with, because they're searching for a God that is going to one day appear right in front of them. And he's trying to show us within the Bible to turn inward, that he is everything inside of you, everything within every thought that comes and plays inside of your reality of life. It's a whole new awakening. It's a getting out of something, a realm of life that we've been taught to live. There's parts that, you're always going to struggle with. There's parts that you're going to have to constantly have an upkeep when it comes to your mindset. It's never just something that is an easy push button thing, because the world is still moving in front of you. You're still evolving in this life. But the ultimate goal is to be at peace with each movement that occurs within your reality. Bringing heaven to earth is a state of mind. It's a state of being within your subconscious that believes it, because you're able to surpass and move from the devil, which is the negative energies or things that cloud your perspective of knowing and trusting your belief system within God, knowing what's true for you. I just keep going because it's worth it and I love it, and there's aspects of it that empower you to drive forward and gives you the energy that is everlasting, because you're never depleted when you have the consciousness of your source being within you. You're never away from it, so it's always there for you to tap into if you choose to. It's all a choice. It's a hard choice, and you have to hold yourself accountable through it. And once you hold yourself accountable through it, then slowly, little by little, your practices in your new subconscious reprograms itself. And then you're starting to live a little bit lighter, and it gets easier and easier to recognize it. And that's when you start to become at peace within yourself. So give yourself grace. Don't be so hard on yourself. Love yourself, and understand that by doing so, it's not selfish, because in all reality, you have to be able to love who you are and protect who you are in order to be the best you for everybody that comes into contact with you on the outside. So be the best you for the people around you. Love you guys.